Just realised your mic. Look at you holding it up like a proper microphone. Get ready, let's start.
Can I start?
Go on then.
This is the drive home with ZT and, as they call him, TT.
They call him TT. We're not even driving home, Zach. What do you mean? This is the at home with TT and Zach for the meal drive home. After watching, well, a lot's happened in 2020. We've had COVID-19.
Yeah.
We've had Black Lives Matter. We've had the bushfires in Australia. Plenty of things that you never thought could happen.
Yeah.
But normal service has resumed. Millwall have beaten Charlton. Zach, do you remember the last year? Well, actually, I think you know the last year. What was the last year that Millwall lost to Charlton?
1996.
Correct, Zach. You were minus.
A lot of years old.
15. You were minus 15 years old.
Wow.
That's some achievement.
Yeah.
We're reporting, obviously, this is a review from the Valley, where it finished. Charlton Athletic
0.
Millwall 1. And to be fair, looking through the whole game, it was a game of, it could have went either way. And I think either team put in a derby-like performance, regardless of the fact that there was no fans there. And I think ultimately that probably helped Charlton, because once our fans get behind us, they really do push them on. But the players raised their game today, and I'll talk about a little bit in terms of the review. But ultimately, I think the subs won it for us. You know, I know Jake Cooper's got the goal, but the liveliness of the substitutions has made a difference today. Anyway, let's start from the beginning. We started off with a 2-2-1 formation with Bartosz Białkowski in goal. Centre-back pairing, or trio, of the return of the captain, Alex Pearce. Either side of him was Jake Cooper and Sean Hutchinson. At right wing-back, you had Marlon Romeo. Left wing-back, you had Murray Wallace. The two holding midfielders, or central midfielders, of Ryan Woods and Jason Malumbe. You had two in midfield. You had Ryan Leonard and Jed Wallace kind of swapping positions. And then you had Matt Smith up front. Should we talk about Matt Smith first in terms of...
Yeah. Because
I think he was the dominant performer in the first half. Mm-hmm. Although Charlton created the first two opportunities, I think they started well in the first 10 minutes. Creating two chances. One shot right at Bart you expect him to save. From Hemed. In fact, Hemed was quite a feature in the first half, but never really looked like scoring. You know, he had a couple of chances, but never really looked like scoring. But Smith put him under a lot of pressure. How many penalties did you count that you think we should have had?
There was a few. I forgot the pushes, but there was every corner or every cross that we had. They just pushed Smith down. Nothing he could do, and they were grabbing him by the shirt and. He was probably strangled by the end of it.
Yeah, probably lost for breath. And then you look at it, like I said, both teams didn't create great opportunities from open play. And that's the one frustrating thing with this Millwall team at the moment, that we just do not create enough from open play. One great bit, we had, I know Smith had a header on target that was pushed wide. And then probably the ball of the match from Ryan Woods, who chips the ball up to Jed Wallace, who floated into the back post. And then the keeper makes a very good save, blocks it well. But other than that, like I said, Hemed had the chance after that where he scooped the ball. Although the ball from deep, a couple of little fouls, niggly fouls, bookings picked up from Millwall players. The ball's crossed to the back post. And in fact, the Charlton player was offside when the ball was kicked. It was missed by the officials. Headed on to Hemed, who scooped the ball. You look at it and you think he's got to get that on target. I know it's a difficult technique, but he's got to get that on target. He misses it. And we go in at half-time, 0-0. I looked at it and I thought, I felt Woods had a decent game. I think Leonard was pretty much ineffectual. I thought Marlon Romeo had made a few mistakes today. Maybe he's a little bit fatigued, a little bit tired. It wasn't his best game, although the start of the second half, he really tried to kick on and move the team forward. You can't allow him to shoot, though, because he's not getting the ball on target from shots.
No.
And so we were, at that stage, pretty much on top. Charlton occasionally tried to break, but I think certainly second half, although they nullified us in terms of having possession, they never really looked like scoring. I can only remember a flicked header from Charlton in the second half and a shot saved at the near post by Bart. I can't really remember much else that they done in that second half. You know, even at the end where they were putting balls into us, there wasn't really much danger or much that we had to deal with, and that probably won us the game in that we were able to push forward, we were able to dominate possession in that second half. And then, like I said, the subs today, I've been a little bit critical of Mahoney, but Mahoney came on, he cuts inside, and then what you want from a wing, you know, cut inside, have a shot, hit the target, he hits the target well, it's well parried by the goalkeeper, you want him to probably push it behind the post. And then Jake Cooper comes in from nowhere, and what a beautiful finish by Jake Cooper. Because I think you want to talk about Jake Cooper, didn't you? So go on, you can.
Yeah, Jake Cooper today is my man of the match. He didn't really win anything in the air, but he was a solid defender with his three of the back line. He was by far the best one, and like the goal was it was a beautiful strike, wasn't it? Yeah. It was just
unbelievable strike, and a goal to win any game. It may have well taken a slight deflection off the Charlton defender, but like I said, the subs today, Bradshaw came on, looked lively, although again he still looks off the pace. But you know, I've talked a lot about Billy Mitchell getting a bit of game time, and he's come on at right wing back, which I believe he may well have done in training. That the gaffer has said that he's put him at right wing back in training, and he's come on. He's given us some energy. He's given us some liveliness. You know, he's replaced Marlon, but you didn't really notice the difference with them two coming off. Obviously, he picks up a cheap booking at the end for trying to kick the ball away, although he failed miserably, didn't he?
He's 20 years old and he's doing them stuff for Millwall, and it's just like, to see that you're very proud that we've got brought up a very strong youth.
Yeah, because you look at it, because Tomo come on at half time, he starts running at the players. I don't think it was as effective as he could be, but Tomo coming on, you see Mahoney coming on, making a difference. Yeah. And then you've got Billy coming on and making a difference, and that's what you want to see. You know, that's where we were crying out for it in the last game. You know, at home to Swansea, we're thinking, why did we take so long to make the subs? Maybe he's keeping the squad for this game. You don't know. But he's made those subs, and we looked, like I said, we looked a better team in the second half. A team that looked completely in control of the game. I remember a Wallace and Leonard 1-2 on the edge of the box, and Wallace has a drive at goal, and we just looked to take it away from Charlton. And I'm not saying that, like I said, it's a game that could have went either way. If Charlton had taken a couple of their chances, it could have been a different game. But today we created a little bit more. We put them a lot more under pressure, and you can't, a goal like Cooper's today would deserve to win any game. If you ask me my man of the match, I'd struggle, to be honest, because I think a lot of them put in a workmanlike performance. It's hard to look past Jake because of how well he played at the back and for scoring the goal. But, you know, honourable mentions for a couple of others. And I think Bart was back today. You know, the things he had to do, he done well. Overall, you've got to be happy. You know, we're playing a team that, you know, really, you know, for us, it's a funny one because we don't want to lose to Charlton. There's no getting around it. We don't. I have no ill will towards Charlton, but because the run's been going for so long, because it's, you know, it's something that's part of our local history, and you want it to keep going. And like I said, I have no ill will towards Charlton at all. But it's a derby that you just want to. You don't want to lose. It's weird. I don't even mind not winning or not win. I just don't want to lose to them. And obviously, that run keeps going. I would say that a lot of people, if you're still watching, you're probably subscribed to the channel, but I never do the begging at the end, the likes and all of that. But it would be really appreciated if you could put your likes, put your comments in there. You know, now we're, again, before the games, we're 2 points behind the players, but, you know, we haven't won. We've drawn and the other teams around us have lost. You know damn well this will be the time where we win the game and everyone else wins and we stay 5 points behind. But if results go our way tomorrow, there's every chance we'll be 2 points behind the playoffs, and we've still got a decent run in. So overall, I don't think we've got enough. You know, if you look at Ref Watch today, you know, like Zach alluded to, you know, how we don't get a penalty, I don't know. But I don't think we've got enough to push us to the playoffs. We just don't have that creativity close enough to the box to create those chances in around it. And I think Charlton suffered from the same thing today. You know, they just didn't have that player, that number 10. Leonard obviously tried to do it today, didn't quite do it. So, Zach, we'll wrap it up. What's your final thoughts for the video and for everybody out there?
Well, just West Ham are in like a bad position at the moment. Imagine the 1 year that we go up to the Premier League, they are down in the Championship.
Yeah,
that would be terrible. I mean, it would be good, but terrible, because the 1 year that they're not in the Premier League, we're in the Premier League.
So, so obviously Zach still believes.
I really hope we do, but I don't think we'll have it in us this season. But Gary Rowett is a brilliant manager, and he can urge us on. I really hope.
Made the great subs today. 3 points coming back to the Den. No one likes us.
We don't care.
You'll never beat the Millwall, Charlton. Never.